about all of y'all around here just sucking on Henry, and all Henry know how to do is change your freaking brakes? Okay, if that, all you people around here sucking on, what's his name, Cephas? And Cephas don't do nothing but buy you a pack of cigarettes? Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. As usual, our turbans are buy a turban and get a free gift. I think we're out of these. These are our best sellers. But anyway, there's several other turban variations over there. I'm sure you'll enjoy at least one. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about, Call Her Miss Ross, the unauthorized biography of Diana Ross by Randy Teraboli. Like we said, we don't know this niche. Smokey Robinson could further her career. Not only was he a top producer and a writer who could work with her group, but he could keep Gordy interested. Diana loved a good challenge anyway, and Smokey Robinson presented one. Florence had decided that she was not going to pursue Smokey out of respect for his young wife, Claudette. She once said that Smokey's wife mystified her and Diana. They both had to wonder what kind of woman stands by while her husband sleeps around. But Claudette's loyalty to Smokey was well known. When Berry Gordy made a pass at Claudette before he knew that she was Smokey's girl, she turned him down. So this is where I start thinking about the tests, that happened. We remember from the Sugar Ray book that Smokey Robinson had tried his hand probably twice while he was married to Claudette and Sugar Ray. Remember, he called her down to, sit down next to her at the piano, and he was wooing her with a song that he was working on. I forgot the song. He looking in her eyes, she looking at him, she dripping wet, he, thinking in his mind, it's just a minute longer, let me keep singing and playing, and this pustanker is mine. And then that time that they were in the hotel room and Smokey was supposedly there to convince Sugar Ray to go back to Berry the Gordy. At first, he had to try his hand to see if she would bite. I really do think that these are all tests that all of them do. Because remember, Sugar Ray said that Smokey Robinson passed all the tests. All of them. So, like I said, I don't know what kind of tests Berry put Smokey through, but messing with each other's girls, I think that's part of their little games that they play. Claudette was too small. Nah, I mean, you may own Hitsville, Motown, you and Sugar Ray or something like that, but over here it's Smokey the Robinson. I'll take the Smokey over the Berry any day. Diana pestered Smokey until they finally started dating. Under the guise of working on musical material, they began spending time together. Soon, whenever the Miracles were performing around town, Diana was there backstage, said Gladys Horton of the Marvelettes. She would throw her arms around him, jump in his lap, snuggle up next to him, hold his hand and all in front of Claudette. She is young. She's very young, right? But that is stupid, okay? Not just because he's a married man, but because how you know Claudette won't open up a can of whoop ass on you, girl. What was it? Brian Holland or Lamont Dozier or Eddie Holland, one of him. Remember when his girlfriend came down to one of the clubs and almost whipped your ass, Diana, and it took for Flo to stand in between y'all? Okay. Now, one thing they will say about Diana is that she ain't but this big, but she ain't scared to fight. Okay. Them little ones, they'll trick the out of you. You heard me? They will trick you. Okay? You be thinking, man, I could throw this little girl over the curb. Answer no. Answer no. Them little ones be, spicy. I believe because she's young and enjoying attention, which is strange for Aries because Aries don't require a lot of attention. I wonder if her moon is in Leo. But they don't normally require a lot of attention, but for her to do some of the things that she's doing just so blatantly is funny to me. And again, like I said, she's young. She's a teenager. She's stupid. You know how many stupid things we did? And I feel that people need to stop holding her accountable for her misdoings as a child, okay? Anything under 23 years old, you're stupid. For real, you don't stop being stupid till probably, 50. And I just turned 50. I made a life of mistakes. Not all mistakes. You learn from your lessons, but you got to learn from your lessons. She's not getting her lessons yet. Okay? She hasn't learned from her lessons yet. So I know you're like, nah, you keep taking up for her. No, I'm taking up for any young person who made dumbass mistakes, who learned from them and grew from them. You don't hear Diana jumping on niggas' laps now. Yeah, she 80, but she learned. Okay? Diana did not care what Claudette thought. Claudette did not like Diana one bit because she felt that she flirted too openly with her husband, that she did not give her the respect that she deserved as his wife. See, and this is a lesson. Claudette, this is your lesson. You young, you stupid, you don't know no better. I know you, Miss I'm so I'm Claudette Robinson. What you should have did is left that Claudette Robinson persona over there and went over there and whipped Diana Ross's ass. And she would have learned that lesson earlier, okay? Then she wouldn't have been hunching on all these married men. You hear me? She wouldn't have been doing all that if you would have just whooped her ass, Claudette. Sometimes you got to get out of this pristine personality. Girl, it's okay to whoop her ass. Claudette told Smokey that she didn't like the idea of Diana flirting with him, and apparently Smokey shared his wife's feelings with Diana. She did not appreciate being told how to handle herself in public, and soon she grew to dislike Claudette very much. Most of the artists at Motown were well aware of her feelings. Smokey continued seeing Diana and swore to Claudette that he and Diana were not sexually involved. But it was difficult for anyone to believe that Diana and Smokey were not having sex. Still, in his 1988 autobiography, Smokey, he did not admit to it. Goddamn. I don't know. In 1988, I think it was illegal then to sleep with a person underage. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, why would he run to the presses to say, okay, I'm 21 and I'm sleeping with a 17-year-old? That's stupid. Do y'all think that Smokey and Diana slept together? I do. I just think they just took it to their grave. Mary has recalled that one afternoon, Diana made an official announcement to her. Florence and Barbara, you'll never guess who I went out with last night. Mr. Smokey Robinson. The girls reminded Diana that he was a married man. Besides, you're doing this just to make me feel bad, Florence added. You know I like Smokey. Okay, girl, but you ain't making no moves on Smokey. Ain't you over there dating, what's the dude name? Joe Schaefer? Fuck. Do you understand me? Somebody got to kill him so we can get a hit. I don't understand why people be so mad for. Just because. Hold it. Let me look at you people with my eyes. Just because you ninjas don't know who to suck or fuck, okay? Don't get mad at the Diana because she know who to fucking suck. You think about all of y'all around here just sucking on Henry, and all Henry know how to do is change your freaking brakes. Okay, if that, all you people around here sucking on, what's his name, Cephas, and Cephas don't do nothing but buy you a pack of cigarettes. Florence continued, and now you're going to get us all kicked out of Hitsville. What? Florence, if you wasn't tripping, you would have been on top of that ding dong too. You said you liked him. Girl, bang. Smokey and Diana would spend time in the studio together. And according to one of Smokey's singing partners, late nights in the apartment of one of the unmarried miracles. They were developing what Smokey would later poetically call an intimate and genuine love. I don't know what that means. Diana would keep her singing partners posted on where she and Smokey would go on their dates and what kind of flowers this romantic guy would send her. Smokey tried to be discreet, but with Diana, that wasn't always easy. She was proud of her new conquest, and at Hitsville, she would try to hold his hand or put her arm around his waist. He would immediately pull away. Cool it, baby. That's right, cool it, baby. You gonna mess this up for all of us.
In December 1961, a month before Diana graduated from high school, the Supremes were scheduled to go into the studio with Smokey to record another song he had written for them. Mary expected to be the lead and was excited about this opportunity. But when the girls began rehearsing, Smokey handed the lyrics to Diana and gave her a secret, meaningful look. Diana grinned.
Mary's spirits dropped. Now, okay, so this is the other thing. Mary, why you so mad for? You know you ain't in the room sucking on a Smokey. You know that. Why you so mad for? Oh, I wish it was me. Put the work in. Diana put the work in. Okay? She put the work in for the entire group. She around here sucking and f***ing on goddamn Barry and Smokey. She got to do everything for the damn Supremes. Everything. And y'all mad that they handed her the lyric sheet? Girl, get out my face. It wasn't long before gossip about her husband and Diana reached Claudette. Claudette knew from the very beginning of her marriage to Smokey that his fidelity was not going to be something she could depend on. She had told him that she would ignore his affairs as long as he didn't flaunt them and humiliate her, and as long as he didn't impregnate any of his girlfriends.
Claudette appeared to be satisfied. If her husband came home 3 or 4 nights out of the week, despite her nonchalant facade, she had a long memory when it came to girls she knew had slept with her husband. Smokey would admit later that it was more difficult for his wife to forgive these girls than it was for her to forgive him.
Yeah, that's because we know that men are stupid. We know they're stupid and they can't control themselves. We know this. We know that, in a situation, like say for instance, some of the women be like, my man would never cheat. My man would never cheat. Oh, your man too. Your man would cheat on you too. Trust me. If he came in the room, okay, and he had 2 twins laying on the bed butt naked with their body done Atlanta or Dr. Magic style, is that Dr. Miami style, laying in the bed, okay, and he there, and it's 2 twins, because all ninjas want to have a fantasy with the 2 twin sisters. I don't know. That's what is that? Incestuous to me. Okay? Your man's going to cheat on you too. Finally, okay. Claudette could no longer pretend that she hadn't heard about the stories between her husband and Diana Ross. Would it make you feel better if I didn't see Diana so much? He asked her. She said it would. Not only did Smokey stop dating Diana, he also stopped writing and producing for the Supremes. See, I told you something like this was going to happen, Florence said to Diana. Now we don't got no producer. After the romance with Smokey cooled down, Diana began looking around for a new boyfriend. She wasn't very subtle, and soon she started developing a reputation in the neighborhood as something of a flirt. A flirt? That's it? It's a flirt, not a hoe, not a Jezebel, not a floozy, just a flirt, girl, bang. It's also a situation that happened in, what's her name book? Mary Wilson book. Okay, Mary Wilson had a boyfriend. She was chasing around this thug. It was like a group of little thugs. Mary was like, come on out with us. Diana said no. Answer no, I don't want to go because that dude right there like me and he ain't my type. I don't like him. Okay. Now, you know how some men think. They think that, how she gonna tell me no when she a hoe around these parts? You know what I'm saying? Because hoes not supposed to say no, okay? Or flirts not supposed to say no. Or Jezebels or floozies or whatever it is. You know, rollers. What else do they call them? Thoughts. They not supposed to say no. She goes out with Mary and her boyfriend and their group of friends. Okay, we talked about this before in the Mary Wilson book, just a reminder. Diana, will you dance with me? I don't want to dance with you, boy. Okay, so Diana, you know, acting all shady, which she should. She get a choice. I don't care how much of a floozy she is. She get a choice. She don't have to dance with nobody if she don't want to. Okay, so anyway, the guy grabs her and thrusts her into his body. Everybody's laughing. Okay, it's funny to them that Diana is, you know, so in control at all the times that now she's out of control. Hair all messed up. Get off of me, get off of me. The more she struggles, the more people are laughing at her. She in her feelings. Okay, Mary says, all right, guys, let her go, let her go. That's my friend after all. Mary, that's not funny. Let me tell you about these parties, girl. Y'all got me messed up with these parties, okay? Being with Motown didn't help matters, although Esther Edwards tried to keep her promise that she would watch out for the girls. If you really want to know the truth, Motown had a sort of swingers club. Said Gladys Horton of the Marvelettes. They used to have these parties. Holland, Dozier, and Holland, Smokey, a couple of the girls, I think Barry, the Miracles, and Diane was always there. Never the Marvelettes because they thought of us as country girls with no sophistication. No sophistication? You not sophisticated enough to be a part of a nudie party? Man, they could kiss my ass. Everyone knew that when Diane was at one of these parties, she'd have the attitude, well, I'm having a good time and nobody's going to stop me. She'd get to drinking and start being happy, singing. Her feelings was, I don't care who got a girlfriend or who is married. I'm going to make somebody jealous tonight. Okay, Diane. I mean, if you could take the ass whooping, then go for it.
Diana graduated from high school in January 1962. These years had not been easy for her. Students at Cass were expected to adhere to a higher academic standard than those of any other school in Detroit. AB average was required for admittance and a C average had to be maintained in order to continue attending.
Not only had Diana's father graduated from Cass, but her older sister Barbara had been accepted the year before. Always competitive, especially where Barbara was concerned, Diane worked for and achieved the necessary B average. For once, they did something that made Fred happy.
Diana was fascinated by Cass clothing and designer courses since she shared Ernestine's ability to sew and had a flair for style. She knew what suited her and had been interested in fashion ever since she was a small child.
I see that in Tracy Ellis Ross too, because child, let me tell you how vicious Diana Ross is with her clothing. Dig this. It's things that Diana Ross wore years ago, like 50 years ago, that Tracy Ellis Ross throws on, and it's a killer. It knocks you out. Like, could you imagine being Diana Ross's daughter and going in her closet and borrowing shit? According to black music historian Nelson George, someone who knew Diana during this time once said to her, I have to tell you one thing about Diana Ross. I say it in her defense all the time. When she was poor, living in the projects, she was just as snotty as she is now. So her fame didn't make her snotty. That's good to know.
Berry Gordy Jr. has been called a maverick, and rightly so. Gordy is a true original who lives by his own rules. Although he started in the recording industry during an era of racial segregation, he believed that white people would be interested in black music from the streets of Detroit and in the artists that made the music. He also thought that if he surrounded himself with shrewd people, he could control and motivate them to do his bidding and end up a millionaire in the process. And it worked.
Yes, I crush you like a jelly bean.
Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.